Good morning, Korea. Now, how you guys doing on this Tuesday morning? Have you ever had a crush on somebody? That's the question of the day. Now, did you experience when you had to wait for your loved ones to love you back? Now, waiting for someone to love you back is one of the hardest things that you can endure and go through. Now, people may call you a fool because it might seem like you're hoping for something that'll never happen. Now, you can sometimes get hurt by your loved ones as well. But you know, I personally think that at least having someone to love is better than having no one at all in your life. Now, don't be afraid to call or be called a fool. If you're courageous enough, why don't you guys go up to the loved one or the person you love right now, today, or in the evening and confess your love? Now, our next artist speaks for the ones who have a crush on somebody. It's Melanie Fiona singing Like I Love You. That was Like I Love You by Melanie Fiona. And right now you guys are tuning into What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeonsu. Now, how to get in contact with us? Well, today we're not live, but you can send us a tweet on our Twitter by following us at TBS What's Poppin'. If you want to give us a shout out or longer email, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And if you're interested about our playlist, please come check it out on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, welcome back. Now the question for today's pick. How much do you guys actually care about your body? Now, did you know that being overweight in your 30s triples the risk of dementia in later life? Now, researchers found that the age at which a person is obese is a key factor with the highest risk of developing dementia found in those who are overweight in their 30s. So, why don't we start to care about our bodies and consume healthy stuff into our bodies? Let me give you guys some tips on what to eat for health. Try to eat lots of vegetables. I know a lot of people eat a lot of fruits, but more vegetables, and you have to, consume moderation and moderate the intake of fruit as well. Both are low in calories and high and rich in nutrients. Now, they also strengthen your immune system and help your body to detoxicate. And on top of that, they include lots of dietary fiber, which is really helpful for your body as well. Eat whole grains. Now, consuming whole grains also can help with a healthy diet, may reduce the risk of heart disease. Now, whole grains contains fiber, which may reduce constipation, which a lot of people do complain about. And moreover, eating whole grains may help with weight management. Lastly, consume lots of protein, meat, poultry, fish, dry beans and peas, eggs, nuts, and seeds supply many nutrients. These include B vitamins, vitamin E, iron, zinc, magnesium, and mainly protein. Now, proteins function as building blocks for bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. They're also building blocks for enzymes, hormones, and vitamins. Now, proteins are one of the 3 nutrients that provide calories. Now, why don't we start to change our diet to eating vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and proteins, y'all? Now, having to start something new is probably the hardest thing to do, but once you get it started, it's going to be a lot easier. So we've selected a perfect song for you guys to start a healthy way of life. And this is Pitbull and Shakira with Get It Started. I hope that song motivated you guys to eat healthier. That was Pitbull and Shakira with Get It Started. Now, Get It Started is a song recorded by Pitbull's 7th studio album, Global Warming. Now, it was released on June 28th, 2012 as a second single from the album. Produced by Sidney Samson, Mark Kinchin, developed, and DJ Buddha, the song features guest vocals from Shakira. Now, Get It Started marks the 3rd time they have collaborated on a song together. Now, the others were official remixes to the Spanish version of Did It Again, Lo Hecho Esta Hecho, and the English version of Rabioso. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Now, Get It Started was written by Pitbull, Darrell Babs, DJ Buddha, Sidney Samson, Mark Kinchin, developed Shakira, and Chris Stevens. It's amazing how many people are involved with making one song. Now, it's a dance pop song that blends a dance beat and up-tempo verses with a slowed-down, piano-driven pop chorus. Now, Pitbull performed this during the MDA show of Strength on September 2nd, 2012, with video footage of Shakira in the background. You can definitely feel the energy from his performance, so I urge you guys to go check it out. Now, moving on to our next song is by an artist who's known for his groovy music, and a lot of ladies think he's got a sexy voice. Y'all be the judge. This is Aloe Black with Love Is the Answer. Yeah, that was Aloe Black with Love Is the Answer. I don't know if you guys noticed, but his soulful vocals kind of sound like a huskier, manlier version, not saying he's a girl, but a manlier version of Robin Thicke in this song. And I just love how the song creates such a groovy style. And the upper rhythm of the track also makes you want to, bob your head, shake your shoulders, and all that good stuff. Now, the track Love Is the Answer is from his album Lift Your Spirit, which is the third studio album. Now, the album was released on October 25th, 2013, and it was released in the United States on March 11th, 2014, and April 7th of 2014 in the United Kingdom. Now, the album has charted in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. Now, the album includes production and co-songwriting from DJ Khalil, Pharrell Williams, Elton John, Theron, Themester, and Rock Mafia. And the list goes on. Now, strings for the entire album were arranged and recorded by Danny Keys Tenenbaum. Now, moving on, we have the last song for the first half of our show. And the last song is by an artist named Karina. And the song is called Slow Motion. Now, personally, Karina's voice reminds me a little bit of Alicia Keys. There's always going to be comparisons between artists. One artist might sound like the other, but in reality, they're not trying to copy off of each other. Maybe they could. Maybe Karina's favorite artist growing up was Alicia Keys, and she kind of, used her style a little bit. And then what happens is you kind of create your own sound, and you might sound similar to an artist that you looked up to. So that's maybe why Karina's voice reminds us of Alicia Keys. And you'll notice the sheer depth of the range of her voice, being amazed, and of course, you're going to be in awe and in love with her voice. Now, the song gained so much popularity here in Korea, thus why many Korean artists did a cover of the song. A lot of amateur artists as well love to do the song as well on the guitar and put their own cover version of it on their YouTube channels. So you guys want to check that out. Not the Korean version, but also other versions are great to listen to as well. Anyways, right now we have the Korean version of the song. The song is called Slow Motion, and it's going to be the last song for the first half of our show. And then we're going to get my boy Joe Park up in the studio. So with no further ado, Karina, Slow Motion. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. You guys are now tuned into TBS efm 101.3, listening to your boy Brian Jew. Shortly, we're going to be back with Joe Park in our second segment called Chop, Loop, and Reverse It, where we're going to be talking about some great sampled songs, of course. If you want to find out, stay tuned. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, ladies and gents, it's time for Chop, Loop, and Reverse It. And we got a man, Joe Park, in the studio right now. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good, thank you very much.
You really doing good?
Yeah.
You're lying, aren't you?
No, I don't lie.
You have a sad face today.
Sad face?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Actually, no, I was just joking. I just wanted to test your emotion and see how you're doing. So you look like you're happy. Yep. You're very uppity up. Is there any special reason?
No, you just wake up sometimes, you just had a good night's sleep, Usually I get average of 6 to 7 hours, but when you get 8 hours of sleep,
and you realize you wake up and you're like, God, I love life. Thank you for everything you've done into my life and all the great people you've connected me to with, especially Brian, right?
Yes, I say that every day, yes.
Where's the emotion? He's lying, y'all. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Joe's dreams or his sleep or whatnot. We're here to talk about sampling music. Who you got today?
Eric Bellinger.
Oh, Eric Bellinger.
Yeah, featuring Problem, and the song's called Say No.
Say No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this song was released in 2013 off his mixtape album, actually, Born to Sing Volume 3. And Eric is a singer-songwriter from L.A., and is a grandson of the Jackson 5 hit songwriter, Bobby Day.
Oh.
And
so I like him more now because he's connected with the Jacksons.
Yeah, and I like to bring in artists that are like songwriters and also, they're artists as well, and so they're really talented. And Eric was extremely good at football, apparently. But he turned down USC and decided to pursue music instead. He had scholarship, everything ready to go. But he's like, you know what? I want to do music. And
USC was like, you come to us, you can play, football. We'll pay for everything. You're good to go. And he's like, you know what? No, I want to sing.
Yeah,
I want to do music. Okay, so that was his biggest passion.
Yeah, and he joined the R&B group called ACNU, I believe, and it stood for A Kind Never Understood. ACNU.
A Kind Never Understood.
Yeah.
AKNU.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's pronounced ACNU or do they say AKNU?
I don't know, actually. I just said ACNU.
So for those of you tuning in right now, this is the one thing I love about Joe. He's so honest about it. He just makes stuff up. Like, they're called ACNU. I was like, are you sure? Or is it AKNU? And he's like, I don't know. He's honest.
Well,
hey,
if it's a group name, they'll probably put ACNU.
I
want to make
actually,
it really simple.
I really hope that Eric Bellinger listens to this, right? And he's like, we've never called our group ACNU.
Okay.
Come on, Eric Bellinger. Tweet us away. Let us know. Alrighty. Anyways.
Yeah, and he was soon signed to Epic Records and started writing his own music.
Ooh.
And so far, he's written for plenty of artists like Chris Brown, Chipmunk, Cali Swag District, Selena Gomez, and he's released 3 mixtapes so far, 1 compilation album, 1 holiday album. And he's actually part of a big writing team called the Writing Camp, founded by Evan Bogart and DQ, who are huge pop writers, and they've done songs like Beyonce's Halo,
it's a great song.
Right Here, Departed by Brandy, and so many.
Just having
fun love, huh?
I'm having a nostalgic moment, y'all. Yeah. I love these songs. Okay.
Yes, these songs are huge, and the team was formed 2007, so it's like every songwriter's dream to be part of this team, because this team is like the A team, and they write a lot of singles out there. And they've won Grammys as well. They've done very well. And I don't know if they're still writing as much today, but I know that these writers still writing. They still hustling.
Of course, you got to keep going. If you're making great tracks, a lot of artists are going to want to work with you anyway. Be like, oh, that dude just made Beyonce's Halo. That dude just made Brandy's Right Here Departed. We need to work with that group, that production company. And I hope they're writing music still if they're coming up with great songs like that. But right now, we're going to listen to a clip, which is going to be the sample that they use to make their track right now.
Little she's Queen B. That's me. Check it. Yo, I be buying B's, so all my girls be I and C's. Coming backstage, dying to get pleased. You got me, I rock the Versace.
Wow, what a throwback moment. I felt like I was back in the day.
Yeah, you know what other song sampled this song?
What song?
Ariana
Grande?
Yeah.
Which one?
I believe it was Right Here.
The one that she first came out with, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you laughing at me? I don't know what song you're singing, that's why. Right here. Ariana, man.
Why I gotta be all insecure right now? Come on.
Okay.
Sing it for us. Come on, one time.
No. I'm not gonna sing. That was it right there. Exclusive moment.
Yes, but I just realized the song that we played for you, the sample, was actually Lil Kim featuring Lil C's and the Notorious B.I.G. with Crush on You.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I totally forgot that Lil Kim used to call herself Queen B. But now, Beyonce's calling herself Queen B. Now it's a battle of the past and the future, or present, I want to say. So who's the true Queen B? Who's the true Queen B in your mind?
This generation, I would say
Beyonce.
She's a better role model. She hasn't been to jail.
That is true. Beyonce is a great role model, but I feel like when you come up with a name, and if you're the first person to do it, that kind of should be your name. Like Michael Jackson, the king of pop. All of a sudden, you come out with new artists.
New king of pop.
You can't be like, let's see, Sam Smith or Ed Sheeran, one of these youngsters out there, they're the king of pop. I don't think that's going to work.
What about the Prince of Pop?
Who's the Prince of Pop?
I don't know. Maybe Prince.
Who?
Prince?
Isn't he the king of...
I know, he's king of something. I'm just saying.
You're always just saying.
Yeah.
You're just saying names all wrong all the time. Anyways, yes, that was Lil Kim featuring Lil C's and Notorious B.I.G. Crush on You. Drop some knowledge on us one time.
Yeah, the song was released as a single from her debut album, Hardcore.
Okay.
The album was certified double platinum and spawned 3 #1 hits.
Okay.
And the song peaked at number 23 in the UK single chart and number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Okay.
And this song became Lil Kim's second consecutive #1 on the rap songs chart. And Lil Kim is the only female rapper besides Missy Elliott.
I was about to say, you better correct yourself because you said Missy Elliott. Shoot. Okay, Missy Elliott.
Yeah, to have at least 3 platinum albums.
Okay.
And she was also featured on the single Lady Marmalade.
Okay, Real Lady Marmalade.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. And which went
What you mean you saw that one coming?
I knew you were going to sing something.
Anyways.
This song went to number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. And this won her a Grammy Award and MTV Music Award that year. And
wow.
She's released 5 albums so far in her career. And a little side note, she served a year-long prison sentence, though, for lying to a jury about a shooting. But then she came back hard with music again.
Wait, she shot somebody?
No, she lied to a jury. About a shooting, like, jury asked some questions and she lied, so that was
Okay.
So she had to serve a year in prison, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty, for those of you who don't know about Lil Kim, go online. She's worked with Seven before here in South Korea on a single when Seven came out with his English single.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm not sure how well it did in America, but it was a big achievement for him, of course. Any artist in South Korea to be able to work with people overseas, it's a big achievement. You brought up Missy Elliott earlier, and she worked with G-Dragon. So, I mean, one day, hopefully I can work with somebody, and the person I wanted to work with isn't alive anymore.
Oh,
Michael Jackson.
What about someone else? Someone else on your mind, you think?
Oh, Janet.
Ooh.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Some sexy music. Anyways, we got the song right now that was used this song as a sample. We got Eric Bellinger featuring Problem with Say No. Eric Bellinger featuring Problem with Say No. Great song.
Yeah, awesome song.
Want to dance to it.
Yeah.
Right now we're going to move on to the next song. And the song is by an artist named who?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, and the song is called
Don't.
Alright, give us some knowledge on Ed Sheeran.
This song was released recently. The song is called Don't. And this song was released recently in 2014.
Alright.
From his second album, X. And,
which I bought.
Ooh, nice.
Loving it. Okay.
And this song was written by Sheeran, Benjamin Levin, and Rick Rubin.
Okay.
And Ed Sheeran is an English singer-songwriter, and he debuted in 2011 with the album Plus.
Alrighty.
And Sheeran's debut album was certified quintuple platinum in the UK, yes, and he won 2 Brit Awards that year. And he's also made guest appearances on Taylor Swift's 4th album, Red, and wrote songs for One Direction.
Yes.
He was also nominated for Best New Artist at the 56th Grammy Awards. And Ed Sheeran has gained great fame and success internationally just recently, too. He hasn't been in the game too long.
Yeah, that's the thing. He came out in 2011, but I didn't hear of him until, earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, featuring on other artists for a while, Taylor Swift and stuff like that. But when he started, I think this recent album is, his biggest album. It's doing pretty well.
Because that single that came out earlier this year on the same album, Sing. Great song. Him and Pharrell worked on it.
Yeah.
I listened to it. I was like, oh, this sounds like a Pharrell track. Of course, Pharrell was on it.
Yeah. Produced it.
Alrighty. Well, obviously with this song, of course, it's called Don't. He didn't come up with the song arrangement on his own. He used a song to sample to make this track. So right now we're going to listen to this sample. That was a sample for Ed Sheeran's Don't, and that version was sung by Lucy Pearl, Don't Mess With My Man.
Yes, I think that's actually the remix version, because it's actually faster.
Okay.
There's another version where it was just like a laid-back guitar.
Don't mess with my man.
Yeah, it was a bit more slower. That's right. Okay. That's right. And I really like this song as well. And this song was released in 2000 as the second single from the self-titled debut album, Lucy Pearl. They've only released one album though, but this was supposed to be like a super R&B group, formed in 1999 with members Tony, Raphael Sadiq, a Tribe Called Quest DJ, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and D'Angelo.
I love how you come up with these name groups that you can't pronounce. Tony. I remember them back in the day.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah, all these guys came together and made a super group. However, D'Angelo was getting a little bit busy. He backed out of the group due to scheduling conflicts. And they've only released one album, but this one song has won awards. And the group was nominated for Grammy Award and American Music Award, but they failed to win any that year. But they still
like
got
I said, you
nominated.
got nominated, y'all, for 2 different award shows, 2 Grammys and an American Music Award. That's a big achievement and accomplishment.
Yes.
Yes.
Huge. And the group also collaborated with Snoop Dogg and Q-Tip.
Oh,
and the song
okay.
You also appeared on the movie soundtrack of Save the Last Dance.
Save the Last Dance. I'm thinking which movie that was. I know it had dancing involved. That was not the one with like... not Step Up. Step Up's like the battling, dancing off thing. Save the Last Dance was like that ballet girl.
Yeah.
And the street dancer.
Yeah,
they fall in love.
So. I think so.
Okay, I remember that film. That was a good movie.
I vaguely remember it too.
I do vaguely remember. It was a great movie.
Watched too many dance movies.
But right now we're going to listen to the song that Joe brought with him. This is Ed Sheeran with Don't. Ed Sheeran with the song Don't. Great song. Thank you, Joe.
My pleasure as always.
Do you know what time it is?
No, don't tell me. Don't tell
me.
me.
Wrap our show up. But before we go, of course, we have our public service announcement for you guys. Number 1, what do you do when an emergency vehicle approaches you? If you have an emergency, you'd want the emergency services to reach you ASAP, of course. Now, everyday police, fire, and ambulance vehicles respond to urgent calls, and precious time lost getting there could mean the difference between life and death. So when you hear the emergency vehicle sirens, please pull over to the side if possible. Make sure that the emergency vehicle has fully passed. Check to make sure it's clear and then signal before merging back into the traffic lanes. And number 2, what do you do when you have an emergency? If you're in a situation wherein you need emergency assistance, call the number 119 emergency center, and your call will initially be answered by an operator speaking Korean, but operators fluent in English, Chinese, and Japanese will be on standby to help you guys in whatever you need help with. Alrighty, now with that said, we have the last song for our show, and the last song for our show is by Lionel Richie. I love this dude. The song we got set up for you guys for the last song for our show is called I'm in Love. And that's all for what we have for today. But we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:05 a.m. On behalf of TBS What's Poppin', Brian Jew and
Joe Park.
we signing off. Peace.